Welcome to Rare Coin HQ, the channel where everyday coins turn into amazing discoveries. Here we explore the hidden side of coin collecting and uncover treasures that most people never notice. Today's video takes us into the exciting world of US state quarter dollar coins. Believe it or not, some of these quarters are rare enough to be worth a fortune, and a few have surprised owners with life-changing value. In this video we'll reveal which coins matter most and why collectors are so eager to find them. Make sure you watch all the way through because you might already have one of these coins without knowing it. Today we're starting with one special coin from the very beginning of the series, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter. This was not just another coin passed from hand to hand. It marked the opening chapter of one of the most important coin programs in modern U.S. history. When the U.S. Mint introduced the State Quarters program in 1999, it captured the attention of the entire country. People began saving their change, filling coin folders, and learning about American history in a fun and simple way. Connecticut earned an early place in this historic lineup, and its quarter quickly became one of the most talked about coins of the entire program. The Connecticut State Quarter stands out because of its beautiful and meaningful design. On the back of the coin is the famous charter oak, a large and historic tree that represents freedom and independence. According to long-standing history, Connecticut's official charter was hidden inside this tree to keep it safe from being taken by the English rulers. This powerful story of courage and self-rule lives on through the design, giving the coin emotional value for collectors who care about more than just money. On the front of the quarter, you'll see the familiar image of George Washington. It may look like any other quarter at first glance, but this one holds special importance. Since it was produced during the very first year of the program, the Mint faced many early challenges. New equipment, rushed production, and overwhelming public demand led to mistakes. Those early problems helped turn some ordinary-looking quarters into highly sought-after collector pieces. Now let's talk about what truly excites coin collectors: rarity and mint errors. While millions of Connecticut quarters were made, only a very small number contain errors that greatly increase their value. Some of these coins show strong cracks in the metal that run across the surface, often near the branches of the oak tree. Other examples were struck off-center, causing parts of the design to be missing. Each of these coins is unique and impossible to duplicate. There are also double design errors, where letters or details appear slightly doubled or blurry because the coin was struck incorrectly. Another well-known variety includes coins made with the wrong metal mixture, leading to unusual coloring or a weight that feels different in the hand. These small details can make a huge difference in value. Collectors carefully study these quarters using magnifying glasses, searching for tiny flaws that separate common change from rare collectibles. Coins made on damaged blanks or with clipped edges are especially valuable because they clearly show mistakes from the minting process. Condition is just as important. A 1999 Connecticut quarter that remains clean and uncirculated is already desirable. When that high condition is combined with a confirmed error, the coin enters an entirely different level of collecting. At that point, the coin becomes more than just money. It turns into a conversation piece, a long-term investment, and a real piece of American history. What makes these coins even more exciting is that many rare examples were discovered years after they were released. People spent them, stored them in jars, or forgot about them completely. Only later did collectors realize how important early state quarter errors truly were. This delayed discovery adds mystery and excitement to the hobby. It means there is always a chance that another rare coin is still waiting to be found in a drawer, a piggy bank, or an old collection. For collectors, the Connecticut State Quarter represents the perfect mix of history, design, and luck. It reminds us that valuable treasures don't always come from ancient times or royal vaults. Sometimes they start as everyday pocket change, quietly waiting for the right person to recognize their value. So if you ever come across a 1999 Connecticut State Quarter, don't rush past it. Take a closer look. Study the tree, check the edges, inspect the letters, and notice how it feels in your hand. That small coin may hold far more than 25 cents. It carries a powerful story of freedom, the beginning of a legendary coin series, and the excitement of discovery that keeps collectors searching year after year. And now for the moment that makes every coin lover pay close attention. Certain rare error versions of the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter have been known to reach values as high as $93,000. Next on our list, we explore a quarter that carries deep history, gentle beauty, and surprising strength in the collector world. This segment focuses on the United States State Quarter from Mississippi, released in 2002. At first look, it may seem quiet and modest, but beneath that calm appearance is a story every coin lover should take time to enjoy from start to finish. By the time Mississippi's quarter entered circulation, the state quarters program had already captured the attention of the entire nation. Millions of Americans were saving their change, studying coin designs, and learning U.S. history through everyday money. Mississippi's quarter stood apart not through bold images, but through grace, tradition, and meaning tied closely to American culture. The back of the Mississippi quarter shows two elegant magnolia flowers surrounded by flowing branches. Along with this peaceful image is an inscription honoring the year Mississippi joined the Union in 1817. The magnolia is more than just a flower for the state. It represents warmth, resilience, and Southern heritage. The design feels calm and balanced, yet experienced collectors know that some of the most valuable coins come from the simplest designs. Although millions of Mississippi quarters were produced, not every coin was made perfectly. As production continued at high speed to meet public demand, minting mistakes occurred. Those errors are exactly what makes certain Mississippi quarters rare and highly desired today. One of the most exciting errors collectors look for is the doubled die variety. On some Mississippi quarters, doubling can be seen in the lettering, the date, or even parts of the magnolia flowers. This happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during production, creating a faint but noticeable doubling of details. True double die errors are highly respected because they come directly from the minting process. Die cracks and die breaks are another major point of interest. These appear as raised lines or distortions across the coin caused by damaged dies that continued striking coins before being replaced. Some Mississippi quarters show cracks running through the magnolia petals or branches, giving the coin a bold and unusual look. The more visible and dramatic the crack, the stronger the interest from collectors. Off-center strikes are also found among rare examples. These happen when the blank coin is not properly aligned during striking, causing part of the design to be missing. When the date and main design elements remain visible, these coins become especially valuable because they clearly show a minting error while still being easy to identify. Collectors also watch closely for clipped planchets. These errors occur before the coin is struck, when the metal sheet is cut incorrectly. The result is a coin missing a curved or straight section along the edge. Genuine clipped coins show metal distortion near the missing area, proving the error happened during production and not afterward. Another fascinating group of errors involves missing or weak outer metal layers. Since modern quarters are made from multiple layers of metal, bonding failures can produce coins that appear lighter in color, underweight, or unusually smooth on one side. These coins stand out right away and are especially appealing to advanced collectors. Condition plays a major role in value. A rare error Mississippi quarter that remains in uncirculated or near new condition is far more valuable than one worn down by years of use. Sharp details, clean surfaces, and original shine can move a coin into a top collector category. What makes the Mississippi State quarter especially interesting is how many rare examples were found by everyday people. Some were discovered in pocket change, others in rolls from the bank, and some sat unnoticed in collections for years. This feeling of possibility keeps collectors searching, always believing the next rare find could be just one coin away. For coin lovers, this quarter represents more than money. It brings together art, history, and chance. It reminds us that even modern coins can hold powerful stories and unexpected value. Every magnolia petal, every line, and every imperfection adds to that story. So the next time you come across a 2002 Mississippi State quarter, don't overlook it. Take a moment to study the design, check the lettering, and inspect the edges. What looks ordinary may be something truly special, waiting to be noticed. And now for the moment that captures every collector's attention. Certain rare and exceptional error versions of the 2002 Mississippi State quarter have reached values as high as $83,000. Next up, we turn to a quarter that stands for big dreams, bold ideas, and one of the most powerful states in American history. This is the United States State Quarter from New York, released in 2001. At first glance, it may seem like just another modern quarter. But for collectors who know what details to watch for, this coin holds hidden stories, surprising flaws, and real excitement. When the state quarters program was in full motion, public interest was at its highest point. The release of the New York quarter carried special weight because of the state's major role in shaping the nation. From finance and business to culture, travel, and immigration, New York has long been a driving force in American progress. That importance was carefully built into the design of this quarter. On the back of the New York quarter, you'll see a detailed outline of the state itself. Standing boldly in front is the Statue of Liberty, a powerful symbol of freedom and hope. Running through the design is the Erie Canal, a major engineering achievement that changed trade and growth in early America. Together, These images tell a story of opportunity, innovation, and vision that defines New York's legacy. While the design alone is impressive, what truly excites collectors are the mistakes that happen during production. As demand for state quarters exploded, the mints were working at extremely fast speeds. Under that pressure, errors were bound to happen. Some of those mistakes transformed ordinary quarters into rare and valuable collector pieces. One of the most desired errors found on New York quarters is the doubled die variety. On certain coins, collectors have noticed doubling in the letters, especially in the state name, inscriptions, or fine details of the Statue of Liberty. This happens when the die shifts slightly during striking, creating a shadow-like double image that can be seen under magnification. True double die errors are highly valuable because they come directly from the minting process, not from wear or damage. Another popular error includes die cracks and die breaks. Some New York quarters show raised lines across the surface caused by damaged dies. These cracks may cut through the map, cross the canal, or even appear near the Statue of Liberty. The larger and more noticeable the crack, the more appealing the coin becomes to error collectors. Off-center strikes also add to the rarity of certain examples. These occur when the blank coin is not properly lined up during striking, causing part of the design to be missing. Coins with strong off-center errors that still show the date and mint information are especially valuable. They clearly show how mechanical problems at the mint can create unique results. Collectors also search for clipped planchettes, where part of the coin is missing due to a cutting mistake before striking. These clips can be curved or straight and are easy to spot. Because the error happens before the design is struck, the metal near the missing area often looks stretched or warped, confirming the coin's authenticity. Another eye-catching error involves missing or partially missing outer metal layers. Modern quarters are made from multiple layers of metal, and when bonding fails, coins can appear lighter, thinner, or uneven in texture. These errors stand out clearly and are highly desired by advanced collectors. Condition adds even more importance. A rare error coin that remains clean and close to new condition is far more valuable than one worn down by heavy use. Sharp details, smooth surfaces, and original shine can raise a coin's value from interesting to truly exceptional. What makes the New York State Quarter especially exciting is the fact that many rare examples were never meant to exist at all. They slipped past inspection and entered circulation like normal change. Some were spent, some were saved, and others may still be waiting to be discovered. This sense of possibility keeps collectors searching through rolls of coins, hoping for a once-in-a-lifetime find. For coin lovers, this quarter is more than money. It is proof that history, art, and chance can come together in the smallest objects. Every detail tells a story, and every error captures a moment when the minting process didn't go exactly as planned. So the next time you come across a 2001 New York State Quarter, don't pass it by too quickly. Take a closer look at the letters, the map, the Statue of Liberty, and the edges. What looks ordinary could be something truly special, hiding right in plain sight. And now for the moment every collector waits for. Rare and exceptional error versions of the 2001 New York State Quarter have reached remarkable values, with some examples selling for as much as $87,000. Next up, we travel west to the Golden State to explore a modern quarter filled with adventure, discovery, and surprising value for collectors. This section focuses on the United States State Quarter from California, released in 2005. At first look, it may seem like nothing more than regular pocket change. But for those who take the time to listen and look closely, this coin tells a story that is far from ordinary. By the year 2005, the State Quarters program had already become a huge success. Millions of Americans were saving coins, swapping extras, and learning state history through the change in their pockets. California's quarter arrived with great excitement, representing a state long known for innovation, opportunity, and dreams of success. Its design reflects one of the most meaningful chapters in American history. On the back of the California quarter is a striking image of John Muir, a famous naturalist and conservation leader whose work helped protect America's natural landscapes. Standing behind him is Half Dome in Yosemite National Park, a powerful symbol of strength, endurance, and untouched wilderness. Together, these images honor exploration, environmental care, and the adventurous spirit that defines California. For many collectors, the artwork alone makes this coin special. But the real excitement begins when we look past the design and focus on how the coin was made. During this time, the U.S. Mint was producing massive numbers of quarters at very high speeds. With that pressure came mistakes, and some of those mistakes turned ordinary quarters into rare and valuable collectibles. One of the most desirable errors found on the California quarter is the doubled die variety. These errors can show up in the lettering, the date, or the fine details of John Muir's image. Doubling happens when the die shifts slightly during striking, leaving a shadow-like second image on parts of the coin. True doubled die errors are highly valued because they come directly from the minting process, not from wear or damage. Another group of errors that attracts serious collector interest includes die cracks and die breaks. Some California quarters display raised lines across the surface caused by damaged dies that continued striking coins before being replaced. These cracks may appear near the lettering in the background, or cutting through parts of the design. The larger and more visible the crack, the more attention it draws from collectors. Off-center strikes also add to the mystery and appeal of this quarter. These happen when the blank coin is not properly lined up during striking, causing part of the design to be missing. California quarters with clear off-center errors that still show the date and main images are especially prized. They clearly show a minting problem while remaining easy to identify. Collectors also search for clipped planchets. These errors happen when the metal sheet is cut incorrectly before striking, leaving part of the coin's edge missing. Genuine clipped coins show metal stretching near the missing area, proving the error happened during production. These pieces stand out instantly and look very different from normal quarters. Another eye-catching error involves missing or weak outer metal layers. Modern quarters are made from bonded layers of metal, and when that bonding fails, the coin may appear lighter in color, thinner, or uneven in texture. These errors are uncommon and highly collectible, especially when they are well preserved. Condition plays a major role in determining value. A California quarter with a rare error that remains uncirculated or close to new condition is far more valuable than one heavily worn through use. Sharp details, original shine, and clean surfaces can lift a coin from interesting to truly remarkable. What makes the California State Quarter especially exciting is how many rare examples were found by pure chance. Some were discovered in everyday change, others in bank rolls, and some sat unnoticed in collections for years. This sense of possibility keeps collectors searching, always believing the next great find could be just one coin away. For coin lovers, this quarter is more than money. It represents exploration, artistic design, and the unpredictable nature of the minting process. Every error tells a story and every detail invites a closer look. So the next time you come across a 2005 California State Quarter, don't pass it by too quickly. Study John Muir's portrait, examine the lettering, check the edges, and enjoy the search. What seems ordinary may be something truly special waiting to be discovered. And now for the moment that captures everyone's attention. Certain rare and outstanding error versions of the 2005 California State Quarter have reached values as high as $80,000. Next on our list, we move into one of the most discussed modern coins in American collecting. This is a quarter that turned simple pocket change into a nationwide search. We are talking about the United States State Quarter from Wisconsin, released in 2004. This coin surprised collectors and continues to spark excitement even years later. When the State Quarters program first began, it caught the attention of millions of Americans. Each state design shared a story, but Wisconsin's quarter went a step further. It didn't just honor a state, it created one of the most famous modern coin mysteries ever seen. People across the country suddenly started checking their change more closely than ever before, all because of this one quarter. The Wisconsin State Quarter honors the state's strong farming roots. On the back of the coin you'll find a cow's head, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn. These images celebrate Wisconsin's long history as America's dairy state and represent generations of hardworking farmers. At first look, the design seems simple and clear with nothing out of the ordinary. But it didn't take long for collectors to notice that something unusual appeared on certain coins. The real excitement began when careful observers spotted strange differences in the corn image. On some quarters, the ear of corn appeared to have an extra leaf. This extra leaf was never meant to be part of the design. It was a minting mistake that slipped past inspections and made its way into everyday circulation. What followed was one of the biggest modern coin hunts in U.S. history. Two well-known versions of this error were discovered. One shows an extra leaf pointing upward, often called the high leaf variety. The other shows an extra leaf pointing downward, known as the low leaf variety. These were not planned changes. Experts believe they happened because the coin dies were damaged or altered during production at the mint. Since these mistakes happened during the minting process, they are considered true errors and are highly collectible. They are not damage caused after the coin was made. What makes these quarters so valuable is how rare they are. Millions of normal Wisconsin quarters were produced in 2004, but only a very small number show these dramatic leaf differences. Each genuine error coin captures a rare moment in the minting process, locked into metal forever. Collectors carefully study the coin area using magnification, looking for sharp, raised details that prove the extra leaf was struck into the coin. Authentic examples show smooth metal flow and matching texture, confirming the leaf is real and not scratched or added later. This level of detail makes identifying these coins both challenging and exciting. Condition is also very important when it comes to value. An error coin that stayed in good shape while in circulation is far more desirable than one that shows heavy wear. Coins found in uncirculated or near new condition are especially valuable. Some of these rare quarters were discovered quickly and saved right away. Others were found years later after being used in everyday transactions. Every new discovery adds another layer to the story of this remarkable coin. Beyond the famous extra leaf errors, collectors also watch for other issues. Some Wisconsin quarters show cracks in the metal, weak strikes, or light doubling in letters and details. While these errors may not be as famous as the leaf varieties, they still add interest to the series and keep collectors searching. What truly makes this coin special is how it turned ordinary people into treasure hunters. Bank workers, store clerks, students, and families all began searching through rolls of quarters, hoping to make an exciting find. This coin reminded everyone that valuable pieces don't always come from ancient history or royal collections. Sometimes they appear quietly in your spare change, waiting for someone curious enough to look closely. For collectors, the Wisconsin State Quarter is more than just metal. It teaches patience, attention to detail, and the thrill of surprise. It proves that modern coins can still hold big secrets and that history is still being made, one coin at a time. So the next time you see a 2004 Wisconsin quarter, don't ignore it. Take a close look at the coin, study each line and leaf, and think about where that coin has been. You might be holding part of one of the most famous error stories in American coin collecting. And now, for the moment that gets every collector's attention, top quality examples of rare 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter error coins have reached values as high as $90,500.